So, I arrive at UPenn and we were having these kind of, just it was so exciting and so new and addressing a very obvious imbalance in the field of psychology where just so much was the focus was so heavily on disease, disorder, dysfunction. I mean, in sort of
Right.
not in a critical way. I just think just
Yeah.
objectively, much like sort of medical model,
Yeah.
psychology had developed in the framework of the Western medical model. And so,
Sure.
um, pathology, um, we were sort of extrapolating from the smaller percentage of people that are struggling with some clinical, either abnormal or clinical problem, to the larger population that isn't struggling with that sort of thing, right? So,
Yeah.
it was like with so much excitement that we were all embarking on this mission of sort of addressing this imbalance and really focusing on what's right with us.
Yeah.
What makes life worth living, and what are the correlates and causes of happiness. And with all of this was so new. I mean,
Right.
truly so brand new. And in my class, there were a few physicians that were working on this problem specifically. And at that time, I hadn't had much interaction with, medicine because I was young and healthy. And, um, thankfully, my parents had not had any, major issues. So I hadn't really been in kind of a medical system per se. But the sort of psychological complex, um, to me was very much sort of like in the way that people were trying to address this issue of like, wait a minute, how do we care for people? What's the environment that we,
Right.
if we're looking at happiness and well-being holistically as a system, it's not just individual internal feelings of well-being. It is, there's an environment, and there's institutions, positive institutions, schools,
Right.
hospitals, um, you know, or systems of governance. How do we create these over, this sort of at a policy levels and also just sort of institutionally, how do we create environments that enhance well-being